Hello everybody, this is Stonewall, and today we're going to be looking at a couple of things. So, first off, I was setting up to record, and I decided, you know what, I need to take care of my four-legged friends first, so I went outside. When I came back, there was a message for the update, a little bit of a, normally at 1 o'clock everything rolls over, so there was a playlist update or something like that is what they called it. But I started looking around trying to figure out what changed. Didn't really see much. And then I went over to the black market, over to reserves. And I noticed this. Now, I don't know if this was added today. I'm going to assume so. I may have just completely missed it before. But it is a dupe protected crate. And it says it contains 3 guaranteed non-duplicate items from Blackjack's reserves. Now, this is not quite the same as a weapon bribe, where you're guaranteed a weapon of some form. This could be anything. It could be a bunch of stickers I've never gotten before. But it also looks like it says I have 6 of these. Now, I haven't clicked on this yet. I was kind of saving that for recording. Cannot purchase duplicate protected crate. Duplicate protected crate requires 6 cases to acquire. Oh... Okay, that's the price. This is actually really cool. I like this. You cannot buy this with COD points, thank you very much. I like this. I think this is a step in the right direction. So, you can save up 6 of your reserve cases to buy 1 dupe protected crate. So you're getting half of the items, but in my case, more than half of the items have been duplicates in the last little while. So that's actually really cool. Now, you'll notice I haven't used my weapon bribe yet, and part of it is I don't have very many of the Mark IIs, so I'm more likely to get a Mark II than one of the new weapons. That's kind of why I'm holding on to that. But if we go over to my reserve history, you'll see something very interesting. Now you see a bunch of blues. But you get over here, S6 Stingray. I got this over the weekend in a regular reserve case, and I was really kind of surprised that I got it just because of the odds are so low. It wasn't a reroll, I don't believe. I think it just gave it to me outright. So I played with it a little bit. That's why it is level 5. And we're going to jump into a match and see how this goes. Now, it does feel a little bit different, and I'll read the description here. 2-round burst tactical rifle, improved handling and mobility, fires high damage serrated projectiles. Now, I'm not sure how they're picturing these in their minds as a serrated projectile, but I'm also trying to figure out why it has a tank in the stock, like an air tank or something like that, or even like a propane or green gas or something similar to an airsoft gun would have, or a paintball gun. So yeah, I'm not quite sure how they envision this thing functioning, especially since it seems to have a pretty normal gas system above the barrel there. I'm not sure what all they've got going on with this thing. Now, there are some compressed air weapons out there. I don't know if that's what this is supposed to be or not, but let's jump into a match with this. Alright, looks like it's already in progress, and it gave me my tiger shark for some reason. Let's go over to the Stingray. Now, I will be doing a video on the Galil, or the Grav, pretty soon. Maybe even tomorrow, I'm not sure, depending on what all happens. Now, there's some odd stuff with this gun, and you may notice at some point that it seems to have a travel time on the projectiles. Similar to playing in Blackout and having to lead your shots. That's the way this feels. So if you're up close or somebody's moving quickly, you gotta kind of lead them a little bit. Now, whenever I first picked this thing up, I was with a buddy who was playing some hardcore TDM, and so that's kind of what we stuck with a little bit. So it's actually pretty nice and hardcore because it's a one-hit kill. From everything that I found anyways. flip. This is not one of my best maps in terms of knowing it that well.
Hostile UAV circling.
And they've got a UAV. Lovely. I think I'm just playing in my own spawn.
Multiple UAVs.
And you see there, I felt like I was on target for some of them. I just didn't lead them at all.
UAV detected.
And I think that was part of the issue. Nice. So it seems to be a kind of high risk, high reward type weapon, where if you land hits, you do a lot of damage, but it's a little bit more difficult to land hits when you're having to lead targets.
Sit rep. Hostile care package above. Firing sensor dart.
Oh, what am I doing? Well. Oh. Now, I didn't play any warm-up rounds. I probably should have, just to get better feel for the weapon today.
Hostile attack chopper inbound.
Oh, lovely. I just about shot that rabbit. Now, I do have cold-blooded, but it won't protect me forever. Which...
Enemy RCXD in your AO.
Oh. As you can see, the projectile travel time. Let's see what it looks like on the chopper. So it's kind of hard to detect there, but there is that little bit of a delay. Of course, the chopper is a much faster, or a much bigger target there. Oh, hello. He tried to get me with his sword.
Lighting up targets.
Okay, nobody. Right there. I aimed pretty good, a little ways ahead of him and hit him there. So I don't know. Ooh, that was interesting. So I don't know all of the projectile properties on this thing, but it is very different from most of the other weapons. So that's the... I think that's part of the other reason why I'm not really happy. It was around the corner completely. I gotta see this. He shot me through a rock. That was... Yep. Anyways. So that's part of the reason I'm not that happy with it being in reserves. I'm glad I got it. But the fact that they take a pretty unique weapon like this and put it, you know, in reserves where not everybody will get it is a little bit frustrating. Oh, I missed and didn't hit X in time. Pretty tight match here.
We're winning this.
It's kind of weird. Because of the travel time, I feel like this thing is best at kind of medium close range. With the main exception there is if somebody's strafing really quickly. It can be really difficult to keep track of them. Oh, there's a Hulk out there somewhere. I'm not gonna look for it. Oh, yeah. Need to pick a target and stick with it. I still have that issue fairly often in Call of Duty where you have two people come around the corner and you shoot right between them. It still happens to me. I don't know what the dogs are upset about.
Recon authorizing UAV tasking.
They're all on the other side of the map from me.
We're all over them. Take the...
I do have my war machine available. Oh, that was... Okay, teammate got him. Nice. Ooh. Let's see... little fellow.
Disruptor going out.
Even see it coming.
Time's nearly up.
I'm
Finish
just kind
strong.
of firing across the map now. They all ran away. Yeah, looks like we got a win here. So this is definitely a very unique weapon. There's not really any others like it. I guess it's almost like a 2-round burst ballistic knife kind of thing with the travel time and all of that. Oh, that was weird. I don't know if you saw that or not, but it froze for a second as I killed that guy. Alright. So that is the S6 Stingray. Now I might do another video once I unlock the operator mod. I've only run into like one lobby where somebody had it with the operator mod. Don't see these weapons too often. Every now and then you'll see the Peacekeeper or something like that in a match. You don't see the new weapons that often. I think we did have a lobby where a couple of people had the tier 50 reward, the Vendetta, and somebody was running around with ballistic knives. So I'm getting very close on the Vendetta, and I'll show you that here in just a second. Actually, that might have been enough to get my next tier. Let's see. Yep. So I am now at tier 45, and I haven't gotten today's tier skip because that rolls around at 2 o'clock. I completed a contract which got me 2 reserves, which I will probably be saving so I can get the dupe protected ones. That's a really nice way to implement that. I was so afraid that they would bring in those dupe protected crates as just another thing to buy with COD points. I hope they don't do that, or I hope they don't change it over to that. But I kind of like the way this is, because you can't buy cases to buy these. You can buy crates all day long as you got the money for it. But cases you have to earn. So whether that's through contracts, which of course they gave us a bunch more chances now every day if you're working on the contracts. Once I hit tier 50, then I will be earning a lot more cases because it will still have, the regular earn rate. Every tier will get me more, and then all of the contracts. So I should be able to get quite a few of these dupe protected crates. So I'm going to be saving up for that. Alright, so anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. If there's other questions you have about this gun, again, I don't know any of the stats on it. And the main reason most of the YouTubers aren't really covering them is, well, you can't get them. There's no guaranteed way to get these things. So you just got to get lucky or spend a bunch of money. But anyways, hopefully you enjoyed that. I will be covering the Grav soon, and hopefully be getting some of those dupe protected crates soon as well. So anyways, catch you in another video.